Hello everyone, my name is Matt, or Matthew, I really don't mind. Welcome to another channel update for Matt's Plays. This is for the 20th of May. Now I'll start by apologising that I've gone off schedule once again and I don't have anything in the bank recorded, ready to upload to YouTube right now. The main reason, the sort of legitimate reason, is because university has properly stepped up now. I'm in the exam period and I've already had an exam as well. And I need to properly start focusing on my revision for that. Not that I'm doing it all last minute, but I've got to get my priorities right because these exams are very hard. There's a lot of information, a lot of complicated information to remember for my study, for my courses, and these exams are very important because unlike the first year of university, the later years of university actually matter. But anyway, and the illegitimate reason is again I'm still distracted by Project Cars. Although to be honest, with the rather frustrating handling model due to the poor compatibility with the Xbox One and its controller, the novelty of that game is starting to wear off. At least until they the developers finish the patch, which hopefully addresses the bugginess of the game, the frame rate issues, the glitches, and then of course the ridiculous dead zones on the controller. So yeah, and also I don't have anything for you today either. On the Wednesday, which would be the next day in my uploading schedule, I would have something for you. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm still here. I'm not going on another hiatus. I'm still here, and I'm still trying to get back on my feet. So just give me a little more time. Yeah. But now, anyway, I'm going to get on to the main subject of this video, which is that I hinted sometime, at least in either the last update or the one before that, that I was considering, once I put the German campaign on hold after reaching a suitable point, to move on to something else. Either to go back to the Leningrad campaign, at last, long last, or to start a new one, preferably an American campaign. And yesterday I decided that I'm going to do that. I'm going to start an American campaign in IL-2 Sturmovik 1946. So sorry for those people that wanted me. If anybody wants me to go back to do that one, I'm just really not looking forward to that one. But I will finish it. I don't want to leave anybody hanging, and it does haunt me that it's there unfinished and I haven't touched it in months. So I will finish it at some point. I tell you now. But I'm really looking forward to doing this American campaign. It's one of my favourite ones in the game. It was this one and the Japanese side, and also I believe Britain, Australia, New Zealand, and the Netherlands were added as playable factions in the game. With this Pacific Fighters expansion. Now, obviously, if you buy 1946, which it comes bundled with it, that's the game. That's the original game with Forgotten Battles, Pacific Fighters, that other one, and then some other campaigns and things that were added as part of that big collection. So yeah, I'm going to do a fighter campaign instead of the bomber campaign, mainly because ZXBK Nob is doing a US Navy bomber campaign. I think somebody else has done it too, but I don't think Nob has finished his yet. It's been some time since he's updated it as of this video, but I do recommend you start watching his campaign if you want to see the bomber campaign. But yeah, I didn't go for it because although it follows the same operations as the fighter campaign, it's just a lot more tedious and time consuming and just a lot of doing nothing, because you fly out really far, and then there's an even bigger chance of you getting shot down and captured and have to do the whole thing again. There are some unique differences between the fighter campaigns and the bomber campaigns, obviously you'll be mainly bombing the ground or the ships or whatever. But I just feel the fighter campaigns, they were just give me and hopefully give you something more interesting to watch and to do. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Now this campaign is going to work a lot differently. I'll be able to show you once I when I start uploading gameplay videos of it. But rather than advancing the campaign day by day, flying one sortie per day, you fly several sorties per day, like 3 or 4, sometimes less or sometimes more than that, depending on what happens or how it's been scripted. The reason why that is because each battle, or at least the air portion of each battle that you're taking part in, didn't last very long. To use an example, the first operation, Coral Sea, which takes place in May, was only about 3 or 4 days long. So, obviously, if you were doing a mission a day, that wouldn't be a very long operation. So instead, you fly several shifts. Like normally 3 or 4 per day, and that obviously helps flesh out that particular operation for the campaign. So yeah, all the ones that were added in the Pacific Fighters expansion are like this. You fly several sorties a day, rather than just one. And yeah, it's an interesting change of pace in comparison to the German and Soviet ones, and all any other ones that were in the game before the Pacific Fighters expansion. Alright. And also another reason why I like flying the American planes is because they have aileron trim, which really helps with handling the aircraft. Especially if you're not a fan of using the autopilot to take you everywhere, and you want to be able to fly the thing yourself, and that really helps for long distance flying if you can control the aileron trim, stop it from rolling everywhere, because rudder trim doesn't really help. Alright, so that'll be a nice bonus. The American planes, whilst not necessarily, well, at least the early planes like Wildcat and stuff, not necessarily very manoeuvrable in comparison to the Japanese aircraft, not necessarily that well armed in comparison to other Allied aircraft or German aircraft, typically involving Browning machine guns, 50 cal machine guns rather than cannons. But they're still lovely to fly, and they're a lot easier to understand. The instrument panel and everything's it's a lot more user friendly in my opinion. The American aircraft, yeah. But anyway, so I'm going to be starting that. Hopefully by the end of this week I'll have something up for it. If I'd like to be able to by the end of this week, so it would be the 22nd of May. Hopefully I want to be able to get a video up then with this starting the American campaign. I haven't necessarily put the German campaign on hold because I haven't reached a suitable point, which would have been the end of the current operation in that campaign, which is Stalingrad in 1942. So not sure yet on whether or not I want to put that on hold right now whilst I haven't finished that particular operation, or if I'm going to upload them side by side until I reach the suitable point, and then properly put it on hold and focus on the American campaign. So not decided about that just yet, but I will hopefully come to that decision very shortly once I eventually get round to doing the two campaigns side by side. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it for this video. Nothing really to say about any future plans other than the fact that I will eventually get round to doing the Leningrad campaign, to start making more progress on that, and then starting things in other games other than IL-2 Sturmfix 1946. But like I've been saying in the other updates, it's a bit far-fetched right now, or long-term ideas. But yeah, I just really feel like starting this American campaign. I believe I've had several comments about it, about people wanting to do that campaign. I had anticipated doing this campaign towards the end of this year, because I wasn't really sure of how long it would take for me to complete the Leningrad campaign and the Army Group South campaign, because I'm just giving myself more work to do and more obligations, because now I have 3 campaigns that I'm obliged to finish. Yeah, on top of any other new games that I may start playing and recording. But yeah, so hopefully this game will be nice and cool. This campaign will be nice and cool, especially since being a Navy campaign, we're landing on aircraft carriers, which are a bit more dicey, a bit more actiony to land and take off from. So I might film more of takeoffs and landings if I feel they're necessary. And yeah, I hope that if anybody of you been following me from at whatever point, this is something that you want, that you would prefer to see on instead of the German campaign or the going back to the Leningrad campaign. So yeah, that's about it for this channel update. I don't have any other news for you than that, other than just telling you why I've gone off schedule again, and it's me starting this new campaign. And yeah, hopefully everything should be it should be quite exciting too. Nice change of pace due to the different way it works out. Combat sorties, new scenery as well, and yeah, a much more interesting time period, or more interesting part of World War II for me anyway. But anyway, I'm going to call it here now before I start rambling again. Thank you very much for listening or lasting all the way through, and I will see you for the next video. Goodbye.